Today is not just another day. Today the universe has chosen you to reclaim what was always yours. The throne awaits, and your kingdom is calling your name. Close your eyes for a moment and feel it. There is a trembling in the air, a shift in the cosmic currents that has been building for lifetimes. December 9th is not a random date on a calendar. It is a portal, a celestial activation point where the moon enters the royal sign of Leo, and with it comes a frequency so powerful that kings and queens across dimensions have been waiting for this very moment. You are one of them. You have always been one of them, but somewhere along the way, you forgot. The moon in Leo is not just an astrological event. It is a divine coronation. It is the cosmos handing you back the scepter you laid down when you entered this earthly realm. You came here to play small, to learn, to struggle, to forget. But that chapter is closing. Today, the king returns. Today, the queen reclaims her crown. Today, you rise. Do you feel it in your chest? That heat, that fire, that unstoppable force rising from the core of your being. That is not anxiety. That is not fear. That is your soul recognizing the frequency of sovereignty. That is the roar of the lion within you waking up after a long, deep sleep. You were never meant to live in the shadows. You were never meant to bow to systems that do not honor your light. You were born to lead, to inspire, to rule your own destiny with grace and power. But let me tell you something that might shake you. The throne you are taking today is not outside of you. It is not in a palace made of stone. It is not in the approval of others or the validation of the world. The throne is within. It always has been. And the reason you have struggled, the reason you have felt lost, the reason you have questioned your worth is because you have been searching for a kingdom in the outer world when the entire universe has been inside you all along. The ancients knew this, the mystics whispered it, the sages taught it in symbols and stories. Every great king or queen in history who truly changed the world did so not because they conquered lands, but because they first conquered themselves. They sat on the inner throne. They ruled their thoughts, their emotions, their fears. They became masters of their own energy. And when you master your inner world, the outer world has no choice but to reflect that mastery back to you. Today, December 9th, the moon in Leo activates the solar plexus, the seat of your personal power. It ignites the heart, the throne room of your soul. It awakens the crown chakra, the direct line to divine intelligence. This is a triple activation. This is a cosmic alignment that happens once in a great while, and you are alive to experience it. Do you understand what that means? Your soul chose to be here, in this body, on this planet, at this exact time, so you could participate in this awakening. But here is where it gets deeper. Here is where the mystery unfolds. You are not the only one feeling this. Across the globe, there are souls waking up with the same fire in their hearts. There are lightworkers, starseeds, old souls, and cosmic warriors all receiving the same transmission. The king is returning. But it is not one king. It is a collective remembering. It is humanity stepping into a new era where each individual reclaims their sovereignty, their power, their divine birthright. For too long, you have given your power away. You gave it to people who did not deserve it. You gave it to systems that drained you. You gave it to fear, to doubt, to the voice that told you that you were not enough. But that voice was never yours. It was an echo of a world that benefits from you staying small. It was the whisper of a matrix designed to keep you distracted, disempowered, and disconnected from your true nature. But the moon in Leo does not tolerate smallness. Leo energy is bold, courageous, radiant, and unapologetic. It is the sign of the performer, the leader, the creator. When the moon moves through Leo, it stirs something primal within you. It reminds you that you were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out, You were born to shine so brightly that others cannot help but feel inspired by your presence. And yet, this is not about ego. This is not about arrogance or superiority. True kingship, true queenship is rooted in humility and service. The greatest leaders are those who understand that their power is not for themselves alone, but for the upliftment of all. When you sit on your throne, you do so with the awareness that your kingdom is not just your life, but the lives you touch, the hearts you inspire, the souls you awaken simply by being who you truly are. So what does it mean to take the throne today? It means you stop waiting for permission. It means you stop looking for validation from people who are still asleep. It means you stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. It means you stand in your truth, even if it shakes the foundation of everything you once believed. It means you honor your intuition, your dreams, your visions, your calling, even if the world does not yet understand. The king within you knows the way. The queen within you has already seen the future. They are not separate from you. They are you, in your highest form, in your most aligned state, and today they are stepping forward. Today, they are taking their rightful place. Today, you merge with that version of yourself that you have been becoming all along. Let me take you back to the beginning. Before you were born into this life, you were a soul of infinite light. You existed in realms of pure consciousness, where time did not exist, where fear was unknown, where love was the only reality. You were whole, complete, powerful beyond measure. And then, you chose to descend. You chose to enter the density of the physical world, to take on a body, to experience limitation, to play the game of forgetting and remembering. You knew it would be hard. You knew there would be pain, struggle, confusion, but you also knew that the journey would be worth it, because only by forgetting could you experience the ecstasy of remembering. Only by losing yourself could you find yourself. Only by walking through the darkness could you truly appreciate the light. And now, here you are. On December 9th, under the moon in Leo, at the exact moment when the veil is thinnest, when the frequencies are highest, when the cosmic support is strongest. This is your moment. This is your initiation. This is your return. But the path to the throne is not without trials. Even now, as you feel the call, there may be a part of you that resists. There may be a voice that says, "Who am I to claim such power? Who am I to step into greatness? What if I fail? What if I am not ready?" That voice is the last guardian at the gate. It is the final test. And your only job is to recognize it for what it is, an illusion. A shadow, a remnant of the old programming that no longer serves you. You are ready. You have always been ready. The universe does not make mistakes. If you are hearing these words, if you are feeling this energy, if your heart is pounding with recognition, then you are being called. And the only question is, will you answer? The moon in Leo asks you to be brave. It asks you to step into the spotlight, even if your knees are shaking. It asks you to speak your truth, even if your voice trembles. It asks you to claim your power, even if you do not yet fully understand it. Because power is not something you earn. It is something you remember. It is something you are. And here is the secret they do not want you to know. When you step into your power, when you take your throne, when you embody your kingship or queenship, you do not do it alone. The entire universe conspires to support you. Doors open that were previously locked. Opportunities appear that were previously hidden. People enter your life who are aligned with your mission. Synchronicities become the norm. Magic becomes your reality, because you are no longer living from the limited perspective of the ego. You are living from the expanded perspective of the soul. You are no longer asking, "What can I get?" You are asking, What can I give? How can I serve? How can I use my gifts to make this world a better place? And when you live from that place, the universe pours blessings upon you in ways you cannot even imagine. The throne is not a place of isolation, it is a place of connection. When you sit on your throne, you connect with the highest version of yourself, and in doing so, you connect with the highest version of everyone around you. You become a beacon, a lighthouse, a reminder to others of what is possible. You give people permission to step into their own power simply by stepping into yours. And this is the beauty of the moon in Leo. Leo rules the heart. It is the sign of love, creativity, joy, passion, and self-expression. When the moon moves through Leo, it opens the heart chakra wide. It floods your entire being with warmth, with light, with the courage to love fiercely and without condition. It reminds you that the greatest power in the universe is not force, but love, not control, but compassion, not domination, but inspiration. You are being asked to lead with love, to rule with kindness, to command with integrity, to shine with authenticity. This is the new paradigm. This is the new earth. This is the return of the true kings and queens, the ones who understand that power is not about taking, but about giving. Not about conquering, but about uplifting. Not about being above, but about bringing everyone up with you. December 9th is a day of activation, but it is also a day of choice. You can choose to stay in the comfort of the familiar, in the safety of the known, in the patterns that have kept you small. Or you can choose to leap, to trust, to step into the unknown with faith that the universe will catch you. And let me tell you, it will. It always does. Because you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself in human form. Feel into this moment. Feel the energy moving through your body. Feel the ancient memories stirring in your soul. Feel the future version of you reaching back through time, extending a hand, inviting you to step forward. This is not fantasy. This is not imagination. This is real. This is your soul speaking to you in the language of feeling, of knowing, of deep inner truth. The king is returning, and the king is you. The queen is reclaiming her crown, and the queen is you. You are the one you have been waiting for. You are the leader you have been seeking. You are the answer to the prayers you have been praying. But let me tell you what happens when you take the throne. When you finally step into your power, when you finally claim your sovereignty, everything changes. The relationships that were draining you either transform or fall away. The jobs that were stifling your creativity either evolve or release you. The habits that were keeping you stuck either break or lose their hold. Because your energy shifts, your frequency rises, and the old cannot exist in the new. This can feel uncomfortable. This can feel scary. You may lose people. You may lose situations. You may lose identities that you thought defined you. But what you gain is infinitely greater. You gain yourself. You gain your freedom. You gain your power. You gain your purpose. You gain your peace. And here is the deeper truth. The people and situations that fall away were never truly yours to begin with. They were part of the old story, the old timeline, the old version of you that needed those experiences to grow. But you have grown, you have evolved, you are ready for the new, and the new is waiting for you on the other side of your decision to take the throne. The moon in Leo is giving you a cosmic push. It is lighting a fire under you that cannot be extinguished. It is activating codes within your DNA that have been dormant for lifetimes. It is reminding you of who you were before the world told you who to be. And that remembering is the most powerful force in the universe. Because when you remember who you truly are, you become unstoppable. Not in an aggressive way, but in a magnetic way. You do not need to force or struggle or fight. You simply need to be. And your being, your presence, your energy becomes the catalyst for transformation, not just in your own life, but in the lives of everyone you encounter. This is the ripple effect of taking your throne. When you rise, you give others permission to rise. When you shine, you give others permission to shine. When you step into your power, you show others that it is safe to step into theirs. You become a living example of what is possible when a soul says yes to their calling. And your calling is not small. Your calling is not insignificant. Your calling is cosmic. It is ancient. It is woven into the very fabric of your soul. You may not fully understand it yet. You may not have all the answers, but you do not need to. All you need is the willingness to take the first step, to say yes, to trust that the path will reveal itself as you walk it. The throne is not a destination. It is a state of being. It is a consciousness. It is a frequency. You do not arrive at the throne and then stop growing. You take the throne and then you continue to evolve, to expand, to deepen. Because true kingship, true queenship, is a lifelong journey of mastery, of refinement, of becoming more and more aligned with the divine essence that lives within you. And the beautiful thing is, you do not have to do this alone. You are surrounded by guides, by angels, by ancestors, by star family, by higher dimensional beings who are cheering you on, supporting you, guiding you every step of the way. You are so deeply loved, so profoundly supported, even when you cannot see it, even when you cannot feel it. The invisible realms are working on your behalf, orchestrating synchronicities, opening doors, clearing pathways, preparing you for the greatness that is your birthright. December 9th is a sacred day. It is a day when the veil between worlds is thin, when the energies are amplified, when the cosmic forces are aligned in your favor. But the power of this day is not just in the date, it is in what you choose to do with it. It is in the intention you set, the decision you make, the commitment you declare. So I invite you now in this moment to make a declaration. Speak it out loud if you can, whisper it in your heart if you must, but declare it. I take my throne, I reclaim my power, I step into my sovereignty. I am the king, I am the queen, I am the leader of my own life, I am the creator of my own reality, I am aligned with my highest purpose, I am worthy, I am ready, I am enough. Feel those words. Let them vibrate through every cell of your body. Let them rewire your nervous system. Let them reprogram your subconscious mind. Let them anchor into your energy field. Because words are not just sounds. Words are spells. Words are codes. Words are creative forces that shape reality. And when you speak your truth, when you declare your sovereignty, the universe listens. It responds. It rearranges itself to match the frequency of your declaration. This is the law of resonance. This is the power of consciousness. This is the magic that has been within you all along. The moon in Leo is ruled by the sun, the center of our solar system, the source of light and life. And just as the sun does not dim its light for anyone, neither should you. Just as the sun shines equally on all, so too does your light have the power to illuminate the darkness. You are a solar being, a being of light, a spark of the divine source itself. And today, that spark is being fanned into a flame. Today, that flame is becoming a fire. Today, that fire is becoming an inferno of transformation, of empowerment, of awakening. And nothing can stop it. Because it is not just your personal fire, it is the fire of the collective. It is the fire of evolution. It is the fire of the new earth being born through each and every one of us who chooses to rise. But let me share something with you that might surprise you. Taking the throne is not about becoming someone new. It is about returning to who you have always been. It is about peeling away the layers of conditioning, the masks you have worn, the roles you have played, to reveal the authentic, radiant, powerful soul that has been waiting beneath the surface all along. You do not need to add anything to yourself to be worthy of the throne. You do not need more knowledge, more skills, more achievements. You simply need to remove what is not you. You need to release the beliefs that were never yours. You need to let go of the fears that were programmed into you. You need to shed the identities that were imposed upon you. And what remains is your true essence, your divine nature, your infinite power. This is the journey of the soul. This is the hero's journey. This is the return of the king, the return of the queen. Not as conquerors of external lands, but as masters of internal realms. Not as rulers of people, but as sovereign beings who have reclaimed dominion over their own minds, their own hearts, their own lives. And from that place of inner sovereignty, you create, you manifest, you build, you inspire, you lead. Not from a place of lack or need, but from a place of overflow and abundance. Not from a place of fear or control, but from a place of love and trust. This is the new paradigm of leadership. This is the consciousness that is awakening on the planet right now. You are part of that awakening. You are a key player in this cosmic shift. Your decision to take your throne today sends ripples across the entire collective consciousness. It raises the frequency of the planet. It contributes to the tipping point of awakening that we are approaching. You matter, your choices matter, your energy matters, and the moon in Leo is asking you to own that, to stop playing small, to stop pretending that you are less than you are, to stop hiding your gifts, your talents, your light. The world needs what you have to offer. The world is waiting for you to step up, to speak up, to show up in your full power and glory. But here is the twist. The glory is not for you. The glory is the divine shining through you. The power is not yours. The power is the universe flowing through you. When you understand this, when you truly embody this, you step out of ego and into alignment. You become a vessel, a channel, a conduit for something far greater than your individual self. This is the humility of true kingship. This is the grace of true queenship. To know that you are both infinitely powerful and infinitely small. To know that you are a unique and irreplaceable expression of the divine, and yet you are one with all that is. To hold both truths simultaneously is to walk the middle path, the path of the awakened sovereign. December 9th is your initiation into this path. The moon in Leo is your cosmic invitation. The universe is rolling out the red carpet, lighting the torches, sounding the trumpets, announcing your arrival. The question is, will you walk forward? Will you claim your place? Will you take the throne? I know there may still be doubt. I know there may still be fear. I know the mind may still be whispering, but what if I fail? What if I am not ready? What if I mess it up? And to that I say this: you cannot fail at being yourself. You cannot mess up your own unique expression. You cannot be unready for a throne that was designed specifically for you. The throne fits you perfectly because it was made for you. The crown sits comfortably on your head because it has always been yours. The scepter feels familiar in your hand because you have held it before, in other lifetimes, in other dimensions, in the higher realms from which you came. This is not your first time leading. This is not your first time rising. This is not your first time awakening. You have done this before. You are an old soul, an ancient being, a cosmic traveler who has experienced countless journeys across time and space. And all of those experiences, all of those lifetimes, all of that wisdom, it is all within you right now, waiting to be accessed, waiting to be remembered, waiting to be activated. The moon in Leo activates that ancient memory. It opens the Akashic records of your soul. It connects you to the timeline where you are fully empowered, fully awakened, fully aligned. And it brings that energy into this now moment, into this present reality, into this physical body. You are not becoming the king or queen. You are remembering that you already are. You are not gaining power. You are reclaiming power that was always yours. You are not starting a journey. You are continuing a journey that began long before you were born and will continue long after this body returns to the earth. And in this eternal journey, today is a pivotal moment. Today is a turning point. Today is a threshold. On one side is the old you, the one who doubted, who feared, who played small. On the other side is the new you, the one who knows, who trusts, who stands tall. And the moon in Leo is the bridge that connects them. All you have to do is walk across. All you have to do is take the step. All you have to do is say yes. And in that yes, everything changes. In that yes, the throne is claimed. In that yes, the king returns. In that yes, the queen reclaims her crown. And what happens next is beyond anything your mind can conceive. What happens next is the universe moving mountains on your behalf. What happens next is synchronicity after synchronicity guiding you forward. What happens next is doors opening that you did not even know existed. What happens next is your life becoming a living testament to the power of alignment, of faith, of surrender to your highest path. But it all starts with this moment. It all starts with this choice. It all starts with you deciding, here and now, that you are done waiting. You are done hiding. You are done shrinking. You are done living a life that is less than what your soul came here to experience. You came here to be extraordinary. You came here to shine. You came here to lead, to inspire, to create, to love, to serve. You came here to be a lighthouse in the storm, a beacon of hope in the darkness, a living example of what is possible when a human being aligns with their divine nature. And today, December 9th, under the moon in Leo, all the cosmic forces are aligned to support you in that mission. The stars are in position. The planets are sending their frequencies. The moon is activating your heart. The sun is illuminating your path. The universe is saying, now. It is time. Rise. So rise, stand up, lift your head, square your shoulders, feel your feet firmly planted on the earth. Feel your crown connecting to the heavens. Feel your heart radiating light in all directions. Feel the power coursing through your veins. Feel the fire burning in your belly. Feel the ancient knowing awakening in your bones. You are the king. You are the queen. You are the sovereign ruler of your reality. And today you take your throne. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when circumstances are perfect. Today. Now. In this sacred moment. And as you sit on that throne, as you claim that power, as you embody that sovereignty, feel the weight of the crown on your head. But it is not a heavy weight. It is a sacred weight. It is the weight of responsibility, yes, but also the weight of honor. It is the weight of knowing that you have been entrusted with something precious, your own life, your own journey, your own unique mission. And you do not take that lightly. You do not waste it. You do not squander it on things that do not matter, on people who do not value you, on pursuits that do not align with your soul. You steward it wisely. You invest it in what truly matters. You pour it into your purpose, your passion, your service to the greater good. This is what it means to be a true king. This is what it means to be a true queen. Not to rule over others, but to rule over yourself with wisdom, with compassion, with integrity. To make choices that honor your highest values. To live in alignment with your deepest truth. To be a force for good in a world that desperately needs more light. And the world does need you, more than you know. The children need you to model what empowered adulthood looks like. The youth need you to show them that there is another way, a path of purpose and meaning beyond the empty promises of the material world. The lost souls need you to be a guiding light, a reminder that there is always hope, always a way forward, always a chance to begin again. Your taking the throne is not a selfish act. It is an act of service, because when you step into your power, you create a ripple effect that touches lives you will never meet, that influences futures you will never see, that contributes to a collective awakening that will echo through generations. This is the legacy of the true sovereign. Not monuments of stone, not empires of gold, but hearts awakened, souls inspired, lives transformed. This is the kingdom you are building. This is the reign that begins today, and it is a reign of love, a reign of light, a reign of truth, a reign of justice, not in the worldly sense, but in the cosmic sense. A reign where everyone is honored, everyone is valued, everyone is seen for the divine being they truly are. A reign where power is used not to dominate, but to liberate. Not to control, but to empower, not to divide, but to unite. This is the vision of the new earth. This is the frequency of the age of Aquarius. This is the consciousness that is being born through each of us who chooses to awaken, to rise, to take our throne. And the moon in Leo is amplifying this vision. It is pouring fuel on the fire of transformation. It is accelerating the process of awakening. It is collapsing timelines, bringing the future into the now, allowing you to access potentials that were once years or lifetimes away. This is a time of miracles. This is a time of magic. This is a time when the impossible becomes possible, when dreams become reality, when visions become manifestations. But only for those who are willing to step into the energy, to claim the power, to take the throne. Are you willing? Are you ready? Are you saying yes? If you are, then feel it now. Feel the shift happening in your energy field. Feel the old patterns dissolving. Feel the new frequencies integrating. Feel yourself expanding, rising, transforming. This is not imagination. This is real energetic work happening in real time as you read these words, as you open your heart, as you say yes to your calling. The throne is not empty anymore. You are sitting on it. The crown is not waiting. You are wearing it. The scepter is not unused. You are holding it. The kingdom is not dormant. It is alive, vibrant, thriving, because you have claimed your place as its sovereign ruler. And from this place, from this throne, look out at your life. Look at the landscape of your reality. What do you see? What needs to change? What needs to be released? What needs to be created? What needs to be healed? What needs to be celebrated? As the sovereign of your reality, you have the power to decree it. You have the authority to command it. You have the creative force to manifest it, not through force, not through struggle, but through alignment, through being so clear in your vision, so strong in your intention, so rooted in your power, that the universe has no choice but to respond. This is the magic of the moon in Leo. It connects you to your creative power. It reminds you that you are a creator, a manifester, a reality shaper. It activates the solar plexus, the seat of personal will, and connects it to the heart, the seat of divine love. And when will and love unite, when power and compassion merge, that is when true miracles happen. That is when you become the alchemist, turning lead into gold, transforming pain into purpose, converting wounds into wisdom. That is when you become the healer, not just of your own trauma, but of the collective trauma that ripples through the human family. That is when you become the teacher, not through preaching or lecturing, but through living, through being, through embodying the truth you wish to see in the world. And this is your calling. This is your mission. This is why you are here, in this body, on this planet, at this time. Not to live a small, comfortable, safe life, but to live a big, bold, radiant life that makes a difference, that leaves a mark, that contributes to the evolution of consciousness on Earth. The king within you knows this. The queen within you remembers this, and today they are no longer relegated to the background. They are no longer whispering from the shadows. They are stepping into the light. They are taking their rightful place. They are merging with your conscious awareness, becoming one with who you are in this moment. And as that integration happens, you may feel different. You may feel taller, stronger, more centered. You may feel a clarity you have not felt in years. You may feel a peace that transcends understanding. You may feel a joy that bubbles up from a deep well within. These are not fleeting emotions. These are states of being that come from living in alignment with your true nature. This is your natural state. This is how you were always meant to feel. Powerful, peaceful, joyful, clear, aligned, purposeful. The struggle, the confusion, the doubt, the fear, those were the results of disconnection, of forgetting, of believing the lies that the world told you about who you are. But today, you remember. Today, you reconnect. Today, you reclaim. And in that reclamation, you find everything you have been searching for. The love you sought in others, you find within yourself. The validation you craved from the world, you give to yourself. The purpose you looked for in jobs or relationships or achievements, you discover in the simple act of being who you truly are. This is the gift of the throne. This is the blessing of sovereignty. This is the reward of the journey. Not external riches, though those may come, not worldly success, though that may follow, but internal wealth, soul satisfaction. The deep, abiding knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to do, being exactly who you are meant to be. And from that place of deep satisfaction, you give, you serve, you create, you love, you inspire. Not because you have to, not because you are trying to prove something or earn something, but because it is your nature, because it is the overflow of your alignment. Because when you are full, you cannot help but pour out. This is the leadership the world needs. Leaders who lead from fullness, not from lack. Leaders who inspire from alignment, not from ego. Leaders who serve from love, not from fear. And you are becoming one of those leaders. You are taking your place among the Lightworkers, the way showers, the pioneers of the new earth. December 9th is the day you officially step into that role. The moon in Leo is the cosmic ceremony that ordains you. The universe is the witness that validates you, and your own soul is the authority that crowns you. No one can take this from you. No one can diminish this. No one can tell you that you are not worthy, not ready, not capable. Because this is not about anyone else's opinion. This is about your soul's truth, and your soul knows. Your soul has always known. You are the king, you are the queen, you are the one you have been waiting for, and the time of waiting is over. The time of rising is now. The time of reigning has begun. So take a deep breath. Let it fill your lungs, your belly, your entire being. And as you exhale, release everything that is not aligned with this truth. Release the old stories, release the limiting beliefs, release the patterns of self-sabotage, release the fear of your own power. Let it all go. And in the space that is created, invite in the new. Invite in the energy of sovereignty. Invite in the frequency of empowerment. Invite in the consciousness of the king, the queen, the divine ruler of your own reality. Feel it entering your field. Feel it merging with your essence. Feel it becoming you, and you becoming it. There is no separation. There never was. You are one with the power. You are one with the throne. You are one with the divine source from which all power flows. And as you sit on that throne, as you wear that crown, as you hold that scepter, know that you are not alone. You are surrounded by a council of light. Your guides, your angels, your higher self, your soul family, they are all gathered around you, celebrating this moment, supporting this transition, anchoring this new frequency into your reality. They have been waiting for this. They have been preparing for this. They have been guiding you toward this moment through every challenge, every lesson, every triumph, every setback. It has all been leading here, to this threshold, to this choice, to this reclamation of power. And now that you have arrived, now that you have claimed it, they stand ready to assist you in the next phase. The phase of embodiment, the phase of manifestation, the phase of living from the throne, of creating from sovereignty, of leading from alignment. This is where the real work begins, not the hard, struggling work of the old paradigm, but the joyful, flowing work of the new paradigm. The work of co-creation with the universe, the work of allowing miracles, the work of trusting the process even when you cannot see the outcome. This work requires courage, it requires faith, it requires a willingness to let go of control and surrender to the divine flow. But you have that courage, you have that faith, you have that willingness. You have proven it by making it this far, by saying yes, by choosing to take the throne. And the universe will not let you fall. The universe will not abandon you. The universe is committed to your success, to your thriving, to your fulfillment of purpose. Because your success is the universe's success. Your thriving is the universe thriving through you. Your purpose is the universe expressing itself in unique and beautiful ways. You are the universe in human form, and the universe does not create anything without purpose, without meaning, without intention. You are here for a reason. You matter. Your life matters. Your choices matter. Your energy matters. And today, you are choosing to align that energy with the highest frequency available to you. You are choosing to step into the role you were born to play. You are choosing to take the throne, to wear the crown, to embody the sovereign. This is the most important choice you will ever make, not because it is the end of the journey, but because it is the true beginning. Everything up until now has been preparation. Everything from this point forward is activation, manifestation, creation. The king has returned, the queen has reclaimed her crown, and the kingdom rejoices. Not a kingdom of land or subjects, but a kingdom of consciousness, of energy, of potential. The kingdom of your life, your reality, your unique expression of the divine. And as you sit on your throne, looking out at that kingdom, you see it with new eyes. You see the beauty that was always there, but you were too distracted to notice. You see the opportunities that were always present, but you were too fearful to seize. You see the magic that was always available, but you were too doubtful to believe. Now you see it all. Now you feel it all. Now you know it all. And from this place of seeing, feeling, knowing, you create, you build, you manifest. You bring into form the visions that live in your heart, the dreams that whisper in your soul, the callings that echo through your being. This is your divine right. This is your sacred purpose. This is your cosmic mission. And today, December 9th, under the moon in Leo, it all begins in earnest. The universe is handing you the keys to your kingdom. Will you take them? Will you unlock the doors? Will you step into the palace of your own potential? Yes, yes you will, because you have come too far to turn back now. You have grown too much to shrink back down. You have awakened too deeply to fall back asleep. You are the king, you are the queen, and today you take the throne, not in some distant future, not in some other lifetime, but here, now, in this sacred present moment. And as you do, feel the shift, feel the power, feel the peace, feel the joy, feel the alignment, feel the homecoming. You are home. You have always been home. Because home is not a place, home is a state of being. And when you are aligned with your true nature, when you are seated on your inner throne, when you are embodied as the sovereign you truly are, you are home. Welcome home, King. Welcome home, Queen. Your kingdom awaits. Your throne is ready. Your crown is polished. Your scepter is charged. And the entire universe is celebrating your return. This is your moment. This is your day. This is your time. Rise, shine, and take what is yours. Not through force, but through alignment. Not through struggle, but through surrender. Not through ego, but through love. Take the throne, dear one. The world is waiting for your light.